Oh yeah, yeah. Yes. Elizabeth Hobson, the redhead from England, sent me these pictures. It's like, hey, how you doing? Oh my God, it is Hamster 721. Just wanted to do a quick one here with replicant fish. Let's add that here. Did I do the one? The other one. Let's do it quick, and then I'm going to go to bed. All right, go ahead, sir. Oh, it's not going to work. Oh, wait. Oh, we have to hit the button. Oh my God.
Single women are shocked. They can't get a man with this.
They can't get a man. Oh my God. How shocking. How shocking it is. Share your referral link. Yes. Give me free money. I like it. Thank you, StreamYard. I appreciate that. God.
These skills, techniques, things, traits, talents, even. What do I mean? Well, have a look at this to begin.
So before I started my master's degree, my therapist warned me that dating would become exponential.
Okay. Well, let's sit and think about this for a moment, boys. She said, what did she say?
Look at this to begin.
So before I started my master's degree, my therapist warned me.
My therapist. So we already know we got some beautifully broken woman here. My therapist. Yeah, if you hear those words, run to the chopper.
That dating would become exponentially harder. And I don't know if I thought I would be the lucky exception or.
I mean, she's got nice hooters there. You see that, gentlemen?
Exponentially harder.
Woof. I'm not a big hooters guy, but those are pretty gigantic.
And
Gigantumongous.
I don't know if I thought I would be the lucky exception or.
Well, maybe. Yeah. You never know. Lovely.
This rule wouldn't apply to me, but she was totally right.
Yeah, she was probably totally right.
Men get.
Because you pay her $75. Hamster, why are you so evil? Well, you pay her $75 an hour. Think about this, sweetheart. Do you think your therapist is going to tell you things that will drive you away so you don't come back for the thing every week?
So unbelievably intimidated as soon as I tell them that I'm pursuing a degree in neuroscience.
No one is intimidated because you're pursuing a degree in neuroscience. You're going to solve brain problems, Alzheimer's, the things that people are afflicted with at some point in their life. No one is intimidated by that. I don't know. What are you saying? What's the matter with you?
Intimidated as soon as I tell them that I'm pursuing a degree in neuroscience.
That would be a no. That would be a no because you're doing something useful to help the world and, your country. There's nothing wrong with that. So do go on.
It's absolutely wild.
Wow. Intimidated by a woman who's studying neuroscience.
Like she can fix the Alzheimer brains and shit. And she could drill into the children in the womb and stuff, fix their brains. I think that's a great idea. So what exactly do you think she's talking about?
My God, this woman's just too amazing.
I can't wait.
One can't date her because she's too amazing. But is that the case?
But she's got some big hooters over there. Oh my God.
Is that the case? Lovely.
Down there at the barber shop, we see them hooters all the time.
Lovely woman.
Down in Mississippi with Rusty Rivers.
I also want to preface this by no means do I ever want to discourage any woman from pursuing a higher education because
I mean, who would though? Who would want to do that? This is this misinformation, this misinterpretation. I guess it's like, no, I want you to do whatever you want to do with your life. You want to be a neuroscientist or a neurosurgeon or a child cancer curer, somebody who cures cancer for the kids. Yeah, fuck yeah. So there's no problem here. There's no beef. Excuse me, there's no beef. So what are you saying?
Because I think that if you have the abilities and desire, you absolutely should. And the best investment you can
100% believe, yes. So where are you getting the idea that some people don't want you to be a brain surgeon. Where is this coming from? I have no idea.
Make is in yourself.
You know, it's understandable why women brag about
sure.
their achievements so hard. I mean, it's
Well, of course. I mean, if you're curing cancer or you're solving Alzheimer's. I just heard today that someone, I don't know if it was a man or a woman or whatever, invented some robot that can go into your brain and fix your brain problems. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. It was probably some kids, at Syracuse or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. So she might be the next Einstein here. We don't know that.
for a lot of women, it's new to them. Apparently, men have been holding them back for so long. But it's sad when they make the mistake of thinking it's something that's gonna appeal to men in terms of dating.
But I mean, it's certainly not going to turn us off. I think fish, right? You're gonna solve Alzheimer's and childhood cancer. That's fucking great. And you have big tits.
Relationships.
Woof.
In certain cases, yeah, it does. Certain cases, certain areas.
Oh, God.
Of course, education does matter. But for the majority of men, it's like, no. How a woman treats you and how she is as a person will always matter more than the qualifications. I hope you're focused and on your square.
Woof.
It doesn't matter how smart you are, woman. Man, lovely woman. It doesn't matter how smart you are. Are you a decent woman? Yeah. Some would say that's the more important question.
So
I mean, she might be. We don't know.
Please do that. I think the problem is twofold, because I think some men get intimidated. Some, not all. Some men get intimidated by women who are not only beautiful but are also incredibly intelligent.
That would be exactly 0 men. That would be none.
And they go out of their way to try and diminish that or be condescending towards you or try to put you down. I think that the second problem is your dating pool shrinks a lot, because the majority of men will not be on the same level as you intellectually, and you're going to find it really hard to connect and relate to them.
And partially because a lot of women date up, so they think themselves too good to date a man that makes less than them or is less qualified than them. But the odd thing is, and sadly for a lot of women, that only matters to you. Most men don't give an F about all of that.
We don't care. Yeah, that's cool. You want to be a brain surgeon, whatever, go. Absolutely. Can we go and fuck now? I just, whoa, I'm sorry.
But this is not the
oh my God, it's terrible.
video we're here for.
Thank you for letting me be myself. Great.
It's this one.
Okay, ladies, I'm going to say this with
oh God, here we go.
all of the love in my heart.
Now. Let me preface this a little bit by saying, excuse me, you're going to give some advice to the chicks, although I do love her hair. Look at that. Oh my God. She might be a redhead. She's going to give advice to women, I guess. And she hasn't fulfilled anything like that. Oh my God.
Men are not intimidated by how much money you make. Men are
well, that's fair enough. Sure.
They're not intimidated by your portfolio. Men are not intimidated by how many degrees you carry.
Okay. Well, it's not an intimidation. That's true.
Has nothing to do with it. They don't like the attitude that comes with it.
Yeah, like the bitchy boss babe attitude shit. Not really. No, I think in some cases, some women believe that if they exhibit this boss babe shit, that men are going to be like, oh, no, we don't want that. You do your curing cancer, you do your Alzheimer's disease stuff. That's fantastic. That's beautiful. And most men will say, yes, I will support you. Whatever you want to do, you're going to cure the cancer? Yes. So the question might be, and I don't know this for sure, we're going to find out, why are you still single?
Bingo. That simple. Could be the greatest woman in the world. If you're horrible, plain and simple.
That's the problem. So by now, I'm sure everybody has seen the video of the woman who is spouting all of her accomplishments, which amazing. Okay. Right. Absolutely. I absolutely would take nothing away from this woman, because those kinds of accolades are very hard to accomplish.
Nobody wants to take anything away from her at all. No, that's fantastic. But when you're talking about relationships, men don't care. I know.
That's not the woman I showed previously. I couldn't find that video. I do remember what video it is, but I can't find it. But yeah, that's not the woman I showed you previously. But there are so many, and they question why. But
here's what men care about. Don't be a slower. Don't be a streetwalker. Don't be for the streets. Just do that. Pursue whatever you want. I mean, you want to be I don't give a shit what you want to be. You want to be a barista at Starbucks? Cool. Great. Just don't be a slut.
I'm so qualified.
It's easy.
Where are the men? It's interesting.
So, I mean, kudos to her. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Great for her. She's going to be a doctor in neuroscience. That's pretty fantastic.
Phenomenal job. And a beautiful girl, by the way. The problem comes in where you've got the attitude of, I'm better than you. Or you
Yep.
got the attitude of, you know, I do all of this. I did all of this. So what are you bringing to me? Men
What are you bringing to the table?
don't care. They
Oh my
don't
God.
care. It is wild to
No,
me
we
that
don't.
women put such an emphasis on all of the outer things that they fail to understand that men don't. You could be the ugliest woman on the planet, but if you treat that man with respect, if you speak to him kindly, if you allow him to be the man in the relationship, that's the woman he's going to pick.
Simple. Do you know?
Yep. Notice the tattoo on the right hand there. Yeah. Yep. Why do women get tattoos? Because they want to remember the experience. You know what I'm saying? Same with men, but men are fighting in battle, and we're going to do this on the seas and the blah, blah, blah. Women is like, I want to remember that guy down at the foam cannon contest down in Canada.
A lot of women say men are simple.
Come on. We all know what's going on here.
We're simple creatures as men. But it's like they don't understand what we're simple in and with. Sometimes it's just this basic. A lot of men say they want peace. It doesn't mean they want a woman to shut up. It just means for a woman to understand when
to shut the fuck up. Yeah, I get it.
When to give a man peace. When to
just peace. That's it. Peace, and she wants her thing. Great. Can't we just not do that? And then fuck at the end of the night. Oh my God.
Let a man be, you know?
Oh,
give a man room to be a man. Respect his time and space. Is that too difficult to ask? Is it? Sadly, a lot of women believe their qualifications matter more than those simple things I've just mentioned. Damn, imagine being so qualified as a woman and not understanding some basic human social skills. Interesting.
And all
now, this little sweetheart is about 45 years old, so I guess she had to go through the shit officially to figure all this shit out, right?
all of these, like, oh, well, Halle Berry got cheated on, and you know, this woman got cheated on. So ladies, you could get cheated on. And while I am not saying that it is okay for anybody to cheat,
of course not.
What I am saying is it is not all about the outer appearance of things. And that
for young women it is, yeah. Yes, it is. You used to be a young woman, and you know what you did. It was all about the looks and the 6 foot and the 6-pack and the thing.
That includes the materialistic side of things or the outer accomplishments, because what matters is what's in here. If you don't,
it's in your heart. It's in your heart. Oh my God. Look at her.
Don't have a good heart, if you don't have a good spirit, if you don't have, you're just not a good person. That's where the problem is going to come in.
What was happening to your heart 20 years ago, sweetie? Or your other parts? You know, the other parts of you that were getting pounded by Savannah. I appreciate her sentiment and all that. We all know what's going on here. Come on.
Every single time. If you're not a good, godly woman and God is not number one in your life, and I understand I'm speaking probably strictly to Christians right now because
it's not always about religion. Sometimes it's about just being a basic good human being. And it is odd when a woman has, so many qualifications, but she just lacks some basic. So why are you just so Why are you so seemingly angry to be so qualified? You have so much to offer the world. But when it comes to men, you have nothing to offer but this. I don't know what this reinforced stern exterior. It's not sexy. No, it's not sexy. It's just actually, it's rough, sort of jagged. It's not feminine, is it? No, no, it isn't. I've said this before, but no one says a woman getting so qualified.
Chaos for you says, I cared once. It fucked me all up. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've all been there, I think. The menace is here. Men don't like. Oh my God, he's evil. Godfather of Ramadi. Does anyone think that Chad's monster? Oh my God, you're a hater and shit and whatever.
It should ever take away from her femininity, her being a woman. It's sad that it does, though. Some guy is so qualified. He's so qualified, you're acting like a man.
Everybody has their own ideals and everybody has their own deities. But if you are not a person, a good person on the inside, that man could care less how much money you bring in. That man could care less.
Oh, I mean, that's fair enough. Yeah. So why weren't you a good person when you were 20 years old?
What your portfolio looks.
Interesting question. Huh?
It's like that man could care less. That you created a couple of apps. You could have created the damn internet for all that matters. If you're not good in here, that's what he doesn't like. So stop trying to put it on all these outer things.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't, he's intimidated by my beauty, or he's intimidated by the fact that I make six figures. No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Are there men out there that are intimidated by women that make...
Do you know why this topic is hilarious as well? It's because this is something that works in women's favor, but also against them. The simple thing is, there are a lot of actually very good-looking, decent women out there in comparison to, you know, just highly qualified women. What's my point? My point is, look, there are a lot of women out there that are qualified, but it's not like it's really that many. There are loads, but it's like in comparison to the majority of all women out there, no. So the point is, look, it's far easier for a man to go and find a regular woman with a decent earning potential, decent job, who treats him far better. Why not? Or if you can't, in a lot of cases, for a lot of men.
I mean, this woman here, though, 20 years ago, she was 20. Oh, yeah.
It's good to be single. There you go. So to compare having so many qualifications to a man's peace and to simple respect, it's like, no. Doesn't matter how qualified you are as a woman. If you can't bring a man peace and respect him, sadly, a lot of men would see you as useless, for being honest.
Better money than them? Probably. But those are insecure men, and we don't deal with those types of
insecure men. Of course. It's always the fault of the man, isn't it?
But 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with how much money you make. It has everything to do with what's in here and how he gets treated. And women fail to understand that because women look for the material things and the outside things in men.
You mean like you did when you were 20? Yeah.
They look for their accomplishments. They look for how much money they make. They look for what they drive. They look for what it's going to look like to the outside.
Yes, and some young women believe it's reciprocal. It's not. We don't care about any of that shit. We just want a chick with big tits and willing to fuck.
Outside world to date that man.
Yes.
Instead of looking on the inside. Is this man good to me? Does this man treat me well? Does this man work hard? Does
this man have to do a bunch of shit for me and I don't have to do shit for him? Are we getting somewhere?
This man take care of what's within his realm of taking care of.
Again.
Men are only real men if they do whatever women want. Just to get a little taste of that poon. All right, boys. Link is in the description. I got to go eat and go to bed. I'll see you later. Bye.